kind of get along? Okay, good, good. I need y'all to keep getting along because sometimes it can be rough, right?
And Passover.
You gotta talk loud so everybody can hear you.
And Passover because I get to see everyone, my friends, my family. We get together and have community.
Okay, so you get to get together with everybody from all of the different camps, right? From Virginia to Rochester to San Antonio, and we get to be together, right? All right, good, good, good. All right, who's next? Jada, pick somebody.
Me, Caleb.
So Jada's thankful for Passover and brothers and sisters and her brother Noah. Caleb is going next. All right, Caleb, go ahead. What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for another day and a hat and a new school.
You look just like your daddy. You thankful for another day to camp and a new school. Good, good. That's great. I think your brother want to say something. Ezekiel,
Yeah.
what you thankful for?
For Howard.
For Yahweh. Good, good. You want to pick somebody? Want to pick Noah?
Elijah.
Elijah. Elijah said, okay, he said Elijah. Go ahead, Elijah.
I'm thankful to see another day.
Thankful to see another day. All right, we got one more left. Well, not one. We still have others. We got Noah.
I'm thankful for Quran.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Because I get a dad and father, brothers and sisters and my friends.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. You know what y'all gonna eat? What we gonna eat?
Lamb.
That's Passover. We got something cooking real good. Ivy gonna cook everything.
What is it? What is it?
We can't tell you. It's a surprise.
Can you tell me when we get home?
I
promise I will tell you. I know.
Your pa, I can't tell you.
You can.
Not telling you.
All right.
I like food.
Your pa has a. Oh no, we have to do something else, right?
I didn't say what I
We
was
all four of us. I mean, all three of us. All five of us. I'm sorry. I'm looking at us three. I'm sorry, y'all. Ivy, we gotta ask Ivy. What are you thankful for, Ivy?
I would say I'm thankful for, the Most High giving us grace and mercy and giving us that chance to repent and just make up to Him, and being able to come to Him, and really being able to break through your mind and just really open up to Him, and He gives us that chance for the burdens to be lifted off of us. He gives us grace and mercy. So I think that's what I'm most thankful for today.
That's beautiful. Ivy, who you want to go next?
Me.
Your pop.
Your pa.
Well, I'm thankful for tomorrow because tomorrow I'm gonna be old.
15.
Or do you turn 15?
15.
15.
Okay.
The older you get, the more you're responsible for. In the car, she said, I'm scared. I'm scared. I said, you should be scared.
Sure, right.
We are grateful that you're going to be 15 tomorrow, too. Justice?
Oh, I'm grateful for being able to go see my abuela and my auntie and my uncle and my cousin.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That was nice. You too, Sister Mercy?
I'm thankful for my children
Aww.
and seeing them grow and the Most High working out in me more patience. With that patience, it helps me to look at them and just to be able to be thankful and see them grow. Not just grow, but like in the truth as well, and see the growth that is becoming of them. I'm very thankful for that.
That's beautiful. That is. That's really beautiful. I guess that just leaves me now, huh? You just gonna put me to shame now that you talk about how grateful you are about your kids, huh? No. I am grateful that the Most High is working on me. He is putting something on me that I need very much, which is discipline. And it's really important to make sure that your mind is structured at all times, regardless of what's going on with you or around you. You got to make sure that you are well disciplined in what it is that you do, because one big thing that I want to always make sure that I'm constantly mastering is tenacity. And tenacity is the ability to continue and keep going. So
That's the word of the day.
tenacity.
Tenacity.
Yeah. So that, I am grateful for him to be working on me and with just molding my mind and my actions, and just keep going, keep going and keep building, keep growing in the spirit, and that's it. And then what do we need to do next, Justice?
Go over the Ten Commandments.
All right, the Ten Commandments. Who got it? No? No? You got it? You gonna read? Okay. Where we need to go?
Verse 20. Exodus 20.
Verse 20. Chapter 20, verse 3. All right, Elijah, if he need any help, Sweetie, go ahead and help him out. No, let me hurry up and get it real fast. Sorry. I sure did enjoy what everybody is thankful and grateful for. All right. Okay, Ma, go ahead. Start us out at 3.
Thou shalt not have any other gods before me. Thou shalt not make any graven image
Unto thee any graven image.
unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, that is in the earth beneath, if that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, may be jealous, a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and show mercy unto thousands that love me and keep my commandment.
All right, Elijah. Is that it?
No,
All right. Which verse are we on?
we're going to verse 7.
7. All right. Can you go ahead and take over for me?
Oh, I was going to say. I'm on
You gonna do it too?
Verse 7. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guilty that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor.
All right. Ezekiel. Ezekiel has the last one, y'all. He gonna read the last thing, okay? And then I think you'll probably have something to say.
Only one. Lord or a war.
Keep going.
They do
parents watching the news more often for the past week or two?
That's a question, right? Jada?
Yes. What's that?
What's that?
What has he been watching?
The news.
The news, alright. Noah.
Russia and Ukraine.
Russia and Ukraine. Russia and Ukraine. What is that about? What's that? Hold on, wait, let me see. Elijah, have you been noticing anything?
No.
Okay. What else, Yapa? So for those of you that go to school,
Have you been hearing anything in school that is alarming?
what, Jada?
Uh-huh.
Alarming. So who can help us out when something that's shocking or surprising, or when you hear it, it's like, hold on, wait, what's going on?
Something that caught your attention?
Something that caught your attention, Kayla?
Was a fire?
It was a fire. It was a fire. Okay, good. Ezekiel just want to read. You gonna be the number one reader. Watch, just like Elijah.
21.
21.
It's all my Lord.
Yeah, the God, my Lord.
The how I do the usual.
Mhm.
The only going to the hand.
Yes.
As the
Okay, good, Ezekiel. All right, so Jada, Noah, Elijah, Jada, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say.
Remember we're talking about the news or anything that people, grown-ups around you may have been talking about, or something you might have been hearing about in school. Noah said the number one thing that I'm looking for, which is Russia and Ukraine, right?
We've been learning about the North Pole taking over the West Pole.
Okay, you've been learning about the North Pole taking over the West Pole. Okay, it sounds something like social studies to me. Okay? Alright, so I want you guys to know something. When I was a little bit younger, I was maybe Elijah's age. Elijah, how old are you again? 11, yeah, definitely your age. So when I was younger and in school, we had to do something that was called current events. And that was for my social studies class, okay? And can anybody raise their hand and tell me what you do in social studies? Jada?
Learn about white people.
Okay. Justice, Yapa, Noah, can y'all help me understand a little bit more what you learned in social studies?
And
You learn about like past events, like historical events that happened in America
Okay,
or
good.
any other place.
Right, okay. So we have, listen, Noah, history, good, perfect. So, all of you are very true, this is correct, okay? So, we would do something for my social studies class, it was called current events, okay? So it's something that would be going on right then and there, it would be an event that was currently going on in the world. So what we had to do is we basically had to present in front of the entire class, and everybody hated doing current events because you had to pay attention to what was going on. You couldn't just get up in front of the camera. You couldn't get up in front of the whole entire class and then just start talking about something that didn't make any sense. You had to know what was going on. So that means you had to read an article in a newspaper. You had to look on your phone and see what's going on, and you had to read it and understand it. You had to go to an adult and say, what does this mean? And it would be all of these big words that I didn't know, and they would be talking about things like politics and just all kind of weird stuff. I didn't know I was a kid, right? And you had to listen to the radio. You had to do a number of different things to figure out what was going on in the world. And the reason that I'm bringing that up is because it was important, and it's something that I remember because it brought awareness to the students. It helped us to learn what was happening in the world, okay? No, you can't have a restroom break right now, Jada. She just put up the actual sign that they put up when you go to the restroom. So, guys, so you know as a child, it's important to know about the things that's happening around you, right? Do you guys think that it's important to know, you as kids, do you think it's important to know what's going on around you? Why? Raise your hand and let me know. Why, Jaden? You're supposed to know what's going on. Who else? Who else? Elijah, do you think it's important to know what's going on around you?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because if you don't know, something might happen to you and you won't be aware.
And you won't be aware, right? So, what about just wanting to be a kid? Can you still be a kid and just relax and play and have fun? Right? So, you need to be aware, but you also, it's okay to be a kid too. So I can't get on Noah and Jada and be like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. Every now and then I gotta let them kind of play and have fun, but it's important that they're aware of what's going on, right? Alright, so we studied something last week and it had to do with scales. So I'm looking for a word that's important that you have to have. What do you have to have? Noah.
Wait.
You have, with that weight, we talked about weight being on one side and weight being on the other side. Elijah. Balance, okay? So Noah, I think you were supposed to, did you get to look at this, Proverbs 20 and 23? Do you, or Elijah, you could get it if you don't have it, baby. So we talked about having balance in what it is that we do, okay? So you want to be aware of what's going on, but you can still be a kid too, right? But you gotta have balance, okay? Go ahead, Elijah.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 23. Divers ways are an abomination unto the Lord, and a false balance is not good.
Okay, good. So with that being said, you still want to make sure what it is you need to do, and you have to do exactly like the scriptures say. That scripture will lead us to 1 Peter 5 and 8. So you're talking about balance and having to know what's going on and still being able to be a kid, right? And y'all probably like, what is she getting at? But it's going to come together. So you have to figure out what's going on. You got to do just like the scriptures say, okay? It tells you to be vigilant and circumspect. 1 Peter 5 and 8.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your
Vigilant. Go ahead.
Because your adversary, the devil,
Your adversary,
the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
I want you to read it again.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Good. So, what do you guys think that scripture is saying to you? So, if we're talking about balance and needing to be aware of what's going on, then think about it this way, okay? Sometimes the scripture and dad says, or if your mom and dad says, hey, you could go outside, but you need to be aware of your surroundings, okay? Now, if you go outside, I want everybody to go outside. However, you hear gunshots. That means that, okay, you're aware. What if you say, hey, can I have my AirPods in, or can I put my headphones on? But you heard something. Would you be alert enough? Would you be able to say, hey, wait a minute, let me take this out of my ear. Let me look around. Let me see what's going on. Let me see if something is happening. Are you being vigilant and circumspect to your area around you? Are you doing that? right? So you want to have balance. Yeah, she said I could go outside, but if you hear something, do that mean you just gonna stay outside, or you gonna take your butt back inside and let them know what's going on?
Go inside.
Then on the news, right? And what was it?
Ukraine and Russia.
Okay.
Who knows what war is? What? Who knows what war is?
War?
War.
War is like when people go and fight with guns.
Okay. With guns, Noah.
Like, it's when people, like a state or a country, they both come together to have a war. Like
Good.
Ukraine and Russia.
Good, like Ukraine and Russia, right?
Ukraine and Russia, they made a bomb that can wipe out the whole world.
What? That was kind of high pitched, but but see, that's the thing. It's important. It's important to know those things, because guess what? You have to understand what's going on in the world. Even though you're a child, that don't have anything to. They're not thinking about what they have to do. They're just trying to figure out how do we live. What is it?
It is where two people, it is where, it is where, like, when people go to war, and then another one who go to war, they fight for their country.
Yeah, they go to war and they fight for their country. Kayla.
Like Noah said, there's a bomb like this.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw a show that the bomb goes up and down.
Oh yeah.
Over
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
people die.
Yeah. And that's what's currently happening. That's what's currently happening. So it's very, very important. Ezekiel, you got something to say too, right?
Yeah.
You want to read, don't you? Okay. You read your one verse, and then Noah's gonna go. Okay. Okay, go.
Number 1. The dawn of my Lord, the thing our hand, I'm a bit Noah.
Good. Okay, Noah. Now, what were you gonna say? Good job, Ezekiel.
My dad was watching a video yesterday on the podium, and it was like a car on the side lane, and then a tank as the tank purposely turned to hit the car,
Yep.
and then the tank sat on the car, but the person survived.
Wow. And it's all kind of crazy things. So if we stop what we're doing for a minute, and we stop looking at social media, and we stop watching TV, and we stop surrounding ourselves with everything else that's happening, but we go and we make sure we know what's happening right now in the world, then it can make a really big difference. Because guess what? You have something called an ally, right? Does anybody here know it? No, you know everything, huh? You've been watching the news with your dad. Elijah, help us out a little bit. Injustice.
I remember my dad watching this video. It's about Russia made a missile called Satan 2.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
But they shoot it up, and then it just turns into seven different missiles.
Mm-hmm.
And one time, one landed inside someone's backyard.
Mm-hmm. So you know what's crazy? So there are missiles that have been designed and created to actually go ahead and wipe out so many different places. So many different places. And with that being said, guess who can have it could be to our detriment here. So guess who that missile can touch? Jada? Nah, nothing can touch Yahweh. But guess if there's something that's so powerful and mighty, and one country goes and they send it from one side of the world, or from one side of the country to the other side of the country, who do you think it can hurt? Noah.
The whole other side of the country.
And guess who might be on the whole other side of the country? Elijah.
America.
America. And where do we live?
America.
We live in America. So don't you guys think that it's very important to do like the scriptures say and be vigilant and circumspect, because the devil, he can do what? He can devour us like a roaring lion, right? So you want to definitely make sure that you have balance in everything it is that you do, okay? So sometimes I want to just get up and listen to music, but right now my brain is, hold on, wait a minute, is America, one thing that you guys have to remember, the only way America is staying safe right now is because of one reason. Who thinks they know what that is? Jada. Say it again. Yahweh. Noah, what were you gonna say?
Yahweh and his father.
Right? And Yahushua and his father, Elijah.
I was gonna say all the 12 tribes.
All the 12 tribes. You guys are all right. Yahweh is the only one that can prevent anything from happening. Because if the Most High wants for something to happen, he's gonna make it happen. He is the one that writes the beginning of everything and the end of everything. So with that, I want Elijah to get Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 2. You have to remember, you guys know how an author will write the beginning and the end of a book? And you know how the illustrator will draw all of the pictures? That's exactly the way the Most High has created everything. He created all things. So from the beginning of your life until the time you die, he knows. He says everything is going to happen the way that it happens. So tomorrow can come and he can do whatever it is he want to do. If he want me to die, I could be dead tomorrow. So the title of this class is Here Today, Gone Tomorrow. So you guys need to understand what's going on in the world. He didn't just care about history. He said, hey, you guys need to know what's going on right now. And I bet one of you guys can raise your hand and tell me how the history of Russia and Ukraine, you guys can tell me. I think, Noah, you told me last night. Or Justice, maybe you told me. It was something that was historic, something that previously happened.
Oh, yeah.
Noah, you want to help her out?
I think it was me who told you it started in 2013-14.
So it started when? It didn't just happen, right? Your pa, do you know? Justice, do you know? So sometimes when two play fight, they already fought before. So it's a lot of history of them fighting, right? So that's the one thing that I want you guys to remember, okay? But let me not go too far. Noah?
Remember when I said that missile can wipe out the whole world?
Yup.
They're stupid because if that missile wipes out the whole world, they're gonna get wiped out too.
Right? And guess what? When those missiles start coming and flying and wiping out the whole world, people don't think about that. When that happens, who do you think has to come back? Elijah? Yahushua got to come back and do his thing.
And there was one more thing I was gonna say because they launched a missile into a apartment.
Yeah.
And then all this dude's family was inside the kitchen and it went straight through the living room.
Yep, straight through the living room. Elijah?
They're making all these weapons not to kill us, but they're making it so they try to kill Yahushua and the angels.
And they don't know what they have. They don't know they think that they can do something, right? But it's beyond what they know, right? There is nothing that can touch the Most High. That is why he is the Most High, the omnipotent. Nothing is above him, right? So y'all need to understand. You might just be thinking right now, oh yeah, everything beneath you is just collapsing and things are on fire. Boom, 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 boom. That's what the other kids are going through in Ukraine right now, right? So they don't care about newborn babies. A lot of you have little brothers and sisters and little tiny babies at home, right? They don't care. It's all about war and destruction. They don't care. not gonna keep going because I know it's getting late. So Elijah, help me out with 12 and 2.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. Looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God.
Good, good. So you guys got to remember, we have to look to Yahweh Shai and the Most High, right? And just like you guys are mentioning, you know, hey, these missiles are going, these countries are at war. Justice started to tell us what an ally was, right? Did you help us out a little bit?
I know.
No, you know,
It's like someone you look up to.
someone you look up to. Help them out a little bit. You keep going.
I think what an ally is like someone that you look to like protect you,
Like a little bit of help, right?
like to protect alliances.
Do that.
So an alliance is when like two people get together, but it's secretly, and they go and they team up against one person, so both of them have like the benefit of most likely winning or staying safe.
Right? And Russia is, and Ukraine, they're not so big and mighty, right? They don't have as many people. They don't have as big of a military force to go and do the big things to wipe people out. They don't have that. However, they do have something. I think Sister Ivy was going to help us out a little bit.
I was gonna say what I think an ally is. I think an ally is just somebody who joins forces with you, comes together with you to help you,
Right?
be an ally with you, so they'll join alliance with you,
Right.
And you guys come together and y'all they help you. They're on your side of the war. They join the war with you.
Right. And you guys are helping me out. This is all coming together. No, I know you have to say something, and Elijah has to say something too, right? Okay, go ahead, Noah.
They said Russia has like 200,000 troops, and then Ukraine only has like 100-something thousand troops.
Right, yeah, so they're mighty, right? So if you look and if you put them on a scale, then you're gonna have Russia way up here, right?
Right.
Sister Ivy?
So it sounds like to me Ukraine is gonna need an ally.
And who is the ally? You got where are we at? Noah?
Yahushua?
No. Who is Ukraine's ally? Justice? Jada?
Oh, I know.
No.
I know.
Russia.
I know. It's Putin.
No.
no, that's
It's us. It's
America.
It's good. Ezekiel. I'm saying Elijah and Ezekiel together. Caleb.
Ezekiel.
It's America, right?
America.
So what do you think that means? What do you think that means for us? Y'all gotta tell us. See, this is a good discussion right here, right?
As long as I thought America joined with Russia, that was the most.
No. Sister Ivy. Don't say that. Come on, Ivy, bring it out.
See, I mean, just thinking about America and the history of America, and you got to think about who's our leader right now with America. They're probably, we're gonna get involved because that's what America does, and of course they're gonna join allies with Ukraine. We're gonna be an ally because Russia has always been a threat
To everybody.
America also. So America and Russia was never really
Friends.
allies.
Right?
So it's more of an opposition.
Right.
So, yeah, America.
And that's very important. Why do you guys think that that's important? If there's a war going on and we're an ally, that means that we can, just like Sister Ivy said, what? What did Sister Ivy just say? She said we potentially will get involved, but it's only up to the Most High. Noah, you itching to say something? Tell me, man. Come on.
My dad said like, it's during class after class, like China's gonna start doing wars too with other states.
And that's the thing. So guys, the reason that we're talking about this is because you have to understand what's going on in the world, because it can affect you. So things, and I want you guys to remember, you can blink your eyes and open them, and you can see boom, boom. You can hear things blasting. You can hear people screaming. You can hear people, help, help, help. So you got to think about it. This can happen at any given time, but it's only if the Most High says so. So you guys might not understand, but a lot of times when the brothers are up there and they're saying the prayers and they're asking for Yahweh Shai to come quickly, it's a certain way that that's going to be, that's going to happen. Okay? And when you listen to those scriptures and when they read, they are letting you know they're reading prophecy. They're reading about what has already been written in this book that's going to happen. So these are things, it's the inevitable. Things are going to happen, but y'all need to understand where you are and what's going on right now. Okay? So I don't want to get too tied up on it, but we have a lot of scriptures, and I know we don't have a lot of time. We might have to part 2 this. I don't think we ever had to part 2 a kids class, but we are going to have to part 2 this, okay? So we have about 15 minutes left, but we have a lot to talk about. But I'm not going to keep you guys here for too long. And there's a reason that we were learning about. Jada, you look scared. Are you scared? Why are you scared? You look scared, but you know, it's okay. But you got to remember, you are surrounded. Why do you think your parents and your sisters and brothers try to keep you surrounded by this wisdom? Why do you think that mommy didn't just want you at Bola's house all day long? I need you here learning about what's going on in the world, about what's going to happen. Yeah, you can be a kid too, but guess what? You got to know what's going on outside these walls, okay? What's going on. So, but you got to make sure that you're doing what it is you have to do, okay? Sister Ivy, see, we got, look, this
I
is
just
good
want
one.
to say, because, you know, it is very easy at these times to feel worried or to feel fearful. I mean, even me as an adult and children, you know, it definitely, it feels, you feel it, and it feels like, okay, you don't know what may happen, but you know this is supposed to happen.
Yep.
And I have to remind myself that.
Stop, listen, because everything that Sister Ivy say, I'm going to make you repeat it, okay? So y'all eyes, if you looking at anybody or anything, put that watch down and put your eyes on Sister Ivy now.
We have to just remind ourselves that, you know, with everything that's going on, that the Most High, He is covering us. He still has us in His hands. And it's even more of a reason for, I know for me, myself, to work on my spirit even more. And not worry about little things or, you know, anything that's really not important. And I'm starting to see that more and more each day, that getting my spirit right is the most important thing right now, and not trying to be comfortable or whatever, because it's not going to be comfortable for a while.
You know? Yeah, I love what you're saying, because I was listening to the news when I was getting ready, and one thing that you said, we're protected by the Most High. And there was a woman, they were interviewing a woman in Ukraine, and she had an itty bitty baby, and they were in the subway station. That's where everybody is. They're huddled up. If these bombs come, they need to figure out for shelter. They don't have anywhere to go, so they have to do what they got to do. But the mom said, you know, hey, you got your kids right here. Why does you look like you're not scared? They asked, they said, what do you have? You guys got to stay here all night. You don't have anything. And she had a lot of kids with her, and all she had was a grocery bag, and she held it up, and it had a couple of snacks in there. And so the guy that was interviewing the woman, he said, you know, what are you thinking? I don't want for my kids to get scared. So Jada, I don't want you to think that I just don't care. Mommy is like, whoa, what's going on? But I know that I gotta be strong for my kids. I know I gotta be strong for the camp, and I know that all of this stuff is supposed to happen, because He told us in this book right here that it's gonna happen.
Um,
So you better make sure that you're doing what it is you're supposed to. Make sure you do what you're supposed to be doing, because it's real. Okay. So you guys gotta remember, yes, it is scary, and this is gonna happen in a not so pretty way. But the Most High, He has to do this in a very specific way so we can understand what's going on. Because here in Israel, we have a lot of hard-headed people. So He told us that this was gonna happen. And Elijah, I want you to go to Deuteronomy 9 and 13. So you gotta understand. Do you guys know, when you go outside these walls and you're not at home and you're not in class, when you're outside in this world, you basically are surrounded by everybody else. And you guys need to understand that you're very different. You're not like anybody else. But the thing is, the Most High, He gave us these laws, statutes, and commandments and told us what it was we had to do. Deuteronomy 9 and 13. But there's only going to be a select few of us that are going to continue to do what the Most High tells us to do. And the Most High keeps us protected. Okay? So anybody can hear this knowledge and they can be like, oh, no, I ain't going to do that. I'm about to do what I want to do. I'm about to smoke. I'm about to drink. I'm about to be an adulteress. I'm about to celebrate all of the holidays that the Most High don't want me to, that He's against, right? I'm about to go kill. I'm about to go steal. I'm about to keep lying. All of those things that He's telling us not to do. Israel is very, very hard-headed, and we're stiff-necked. And He told us that we were stiff-necked, and He told us that He was going to get us if we didn't listen to Him. So go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 13. Furthermore, the Lord spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
It's a what people?
Stiff-necked people.
They're good people that listen all the time?
Stiff-necked people.
That means you're hard-headed. Somebody tell you to turn your head, to go look the other way. Look across the street. Noah, when you're going across the street, your neck is just stiff. You like, nope, I don't want to. I'm going to do what I want to do. And then you go in the middle of the street, boom, get hit by a car. Turn your head. Listen, bow your ear. Follow directions. Follow the statutes that He put in front of us, the laws and the commandments, right? So the thing is, our people, yes, we are a stiff-necked people. We're not perfect. We do sin, but we try not to keep falling into sin. We try to do what's right in the Most High's eyes. Okay? So unfortunately, our people, Israel, we require a sign. So things like this has to happen in order to get our attention. So instead of us just listening and obeying, we got to get drug into these things that are not so pretty. So Elijah, I want you to go to 1 Corinthians 1 and 22. And then we'll probably end it right here because we only have a couple of minutes left. And we'll do our 18 nation songs, and we'll see how much you guys remember, and we will have to part 2 this. So we definitely want to make sure that we are staying up on the news. We want to make sure, because when we come back next Sunday, hey, we don't know what's going to happen. We just know that there's more war and destruction that's happening. And it's going to continue to happen, and things are not going to get easier. They're not going to get better. They're going to get worse. So we got to understand what's going on with us, okay? 1 Corinthians 1 and 22.
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 22. For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom.
Okay, the Jews, which is Israel, right? It says they require a what?
A sign.
Okay.
And the Greeks seek after wisdom.
But the other nations, they go and they want to have wisdom. They want to have the wisdom. But those other nations, they weren't the Most High's chosen people. We are. We're the chosen people. But we need a sign for something to happen. We need war and destruction and chaos and wickedness and death to continue to happen in order for us to say, oh, damn. Oh no. Oh Yahweh, help me, help me, help me. I'm so sorry. I want to do your way. Please don't hurt me. We don't want it to be like that. The other nations, you have other nations that sit there and they, you know, when you sit there and you look at somebody and they acting a fool and you shake your head, or maybe sometimes when your parents tell you not to do something, but you do it in front of everybody else and they just put their head down and they shake their head because they embarrassed. That's how the Most High feels about us sometimes, right? But the Jews, which are us, we require a sign for something to happen, right? But we don't want for it to be like that. So we're going to end it with our 18 nation song. We got up to, I think, 12, right? So 13. We'll try 13. So we'll see who remembers what, and then we'll do a part 2 for next Sunday. And I sure hope Sister Ivy is with us, because
Sure hope so.
I'm gonna ask whoever make the schedule. Can Sister Ivy please be with us on Sunday? Cause she got it going. She got it going on. And Noah, you just on fire. You on fire, huh?
He's interested in it.
He's interested.
It fires you up.
Yeah, it does. But we better remember what it says, Sister Ivy. What's the one scripture? Is it in Jeremiah or Isaiah? Knowledge and stability. Where is it? Elijah, your sword is so sharp it don't make no sense. Where's that scripture? Cause it's he's like, I don't know.
What scripture?
Knowledge and stability.
Knowledge and stability. Dang.
What is
That's all
it?
you got for me.
Marcy, you know what I'm talking about, sis? Ezekiel, he said, look.
You call on everybody else but me. I got you.
Ezekiel,
Oh,
what's
I
the scripture?
think, well, I had to use Google.
I was right on Google too.
I believe it's Isaiah 33 and 6.
Elijah, grab that baby. Oh yes, I know it's the 33s. Ezekiel, oh yeah, Ezekiel's gonna read it first, and then Elijah's gonna help him out, okay? If Noah don't pull it. I was about to say Elijah chapter 33 and 6.
Isaiah
Isaiah.
33 and verse 6.
Okay.
Chapter 1, don't you see? It's not my Lord, oh Father.
He's so cute. Keep going, baby.
Nina, you had a baby. Bob,
And 6.
Bob,
6.
you had to. You had a boy.
Good job. Big brother's gonna help you with the next one, okay? Okay. You gonna help him with the next one? Go ahead, Elijah. I need you to do this one. The reason that we're going here is because you guys need to understand. Jada, look up. With the information that the Most High has given us, this is the only thing that's gonna keep us alive. With us doing what it is that we do each and every day. But remember, the Most High, He is the author and finisher of everything. So we have to remember what's going on. But this knowledge is what we have to pour into each and every day, whether you a child, whether you a grown up, whether you an old woman or an old man. Okay? This is the only thing that's gonna get you through, and you won't understand it as a kid. You won't understand it until you a grown adult. Okay? Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
That's it. That's it. And you guys did really, really good. And I am going to, I'm going to ask Elijah to do the 13 nations by himself, and then we'll backdoor it and sing it together as a class. So we can make sure that we get out of here for garments on time, okay? All right. So Elijah, you already know my expectations for you are going to be a lot higher than everybody else's. So go ahead and stand up and recite it for us. let me know, look, I gotta have balance in what it is I'm doing, so let me know if you would like for us to sing the song first.
I got it.
You got, ooh, said I got it.
I only go up to French though.
That's where we ended, baby. So you right, and it wasn't 13, I'm sorry, it was 11. So out of 18, you should have 11 down pat right now, okay? And just to let you know, next Sunday, I know you're gonna have these 11 down pat, but next Sunday, you're gonna be expected to write them all down and spell them the correct way. Cause when you go to take your test, you gotta know how to spell them, okay? All right, cool, I'm ready.
India, Syria, Arabs, Chinese, Japanese, so-called Esau, Israel, Ethiopians, Egyptians, North Africa, South Africa, French.
It was 13. You're right. Good job. Good job, man. Awesome, awesome. All right, you're going to do it one more time, and the kids are going to do it with you. We're all going to do it with you, okay? Listen to him, okay? He's going to do it by himself so we can remember, and then we'll sing it together.
India, Syria, Arabs, Chinese, Japanese, so-called Esau, Israel, Ethiopians, Egyptians, North Africa, South Africa, French.
Perfect. All right. Perfect, perfect. All
I
right.
missed the whole week of that.
All right. So Elijah helped us out. So now we're going to sing it together as a class. It's 201. Let's go on 3. Go ahead and count for us, Elijah.
3, 2, 1.
India, Syria, Arab, Chinese, Japanese, so-called Esau, Israel, Ethiopians, Egyptians, North Africa, South Africa, France.
All right. With that being said, let's say
Shalom.
all right. Let's go ahead and get ready to do our prayer, and we out the door. You guys did perfect.
Well, today. This was
We can do,
very
y'all.
good
We can do
today.
the. We're gonna do the Lord's prayer online. Y'all want to do the prayer online? All right. Come on, go line up. Let's get ready to pray. Come on, we gotta keep moving.
Come on, let's go. Hold on to it.
See, I be fired up. We got an adult discussion going on and everything. These kids are awesome, man. I love y'all.
Kind.
All right. Uh-oh, hold on.
Yeah, just hold it on your head.
Okay. We ready? Hold on, we're gonna go ahead and have who's gonna lead us?
Me.
For a minute. We're gonna have Elijah lead us. We're gonna have
See, stop moving,
we're gonna have Noah do our 4 corners.
I don't want to do the alphabet version.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all 2 men work that out, okay? Y'all work it out. Let's do it quick. Come on.
Abanawo,
Abanawo,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kadash,
Kadash,
Haya,
Haya,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malak with Ka,
Malak with Ka,
Daba'ah,
Daba'ah,
Ratzazaika,
Ratzazaika,
Haya,
Haya,
Aisha,
Aisha, Ba'aratza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Haya,
Haya,
Bashemayim,
Bashemayim,
Lethanoah,
Lethanoah,
Lecham,
Lecham,
Ko,
Ko,
Yuam,
Yuam,
Masalachno,
Masalachno,
Chabuatno,
Kabawatno,
Kasalachno,
Kasalachno,
Chabuatino,
Kabawatyano,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Tabinoah,
Tabinoah,
Bonasaiwan,
Bonasaiwan,
Abo,
Abo,
Abishino,
Habashino,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hamalakwa,
Hamalakwa,
Wa'ala,
Wa'ala,
Wathapara,
Wathapara,
Wa'alamim,
Wa'alamim,
Aman.
Aman.
Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.